Hi YouTube chat, we'll be starting in about a minute. I'm just waiting for the Twitch ads to end. Okay. Hello! Hi. We are playing more Paranormasight today. For those who are new, because I know a lot of you in YouTube chat are quite new, we've been playing through this game. This is our 4th episode of it. Backflips all day, yes. This is a paranormal mystery game, where about, I think it's 9 people have received curses, and can kill each other with them. Some people are trying to investigate the cause of these curses, and some of them are trying to kill each other. There are previous episodes of the playlist if you want to go back and watch. I'm a bit tired. I could have slept a bit better, I think. I've been working through restocking all day, and I will be continuing to work through restocking. But I'm able to pause for the moment, so that's nice. At this point, I'm mostly just trying to get things to 3D print. But you know, hey. Yeah. Where we left off, I believe. So this game has multiple protagonists. I believe a couple of our little groups here have just kind of inadvertently met up. So, this kind of goes in the timeline order simultaneously. Getting your first tomorrow. I saw. Good luck. I hope it turns out really well. When I got my ears pierced, they kind of fucked one of them up, but it was clear. The music's a bit loud. Oh, it's doing that stupid thing. It does this weird thing where for some reason, every time, it doesn't lock the volume for the vertical blur. I don't know why. I keep telling it, hey, stop playing this. Mute it. Mute it! And every single time I do that, it just comes back. I don't know why. But thank you for letting me know. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I literally, every single time I stream off of my Elgato, I mute that, and it just keeps on muting itself, and I don't know why. I wonder what that's about. I'm gonna have to investigate that, because that's like the 3rd or 4th time it's happened. But yeah, so this goes into kind of a timeline order. I think we'll be going with more Yakko to start with, but we'll probably be going through multiple characters. I should probably move my mic a bit out the way. My dear Fox mother though said that boys only look nice with 1 piercing and they'll look ugly right after asking for 2 ear piercings. You can always get more later when she can't really tell you what to do, you know? My my brother apparently got his ears pierced back in like December and no one noticed until about 2 weeks ago. Although he is a grown adult, so he's allowed to do that. But it was really funny because I was at my parents when mom found out. And she only found out because he came out and was like, hey, I can't find the backing of my piercing. Do you have any spares? She was like, what the fuck do you mean? What piercings? It was very on brand. Extremely on brand for my brother, I will say. And I heard that and laughed my arse off because it's like, yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, I got a bridge. And so, Miyoko Isuzu and Yeko Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Oh, okay. Never mind, we're not doing Yako right now. It doesn't want us to. It says no. Fancy sushi. Well, this was about where the same sort of time period as before they met up. I think we're going here. We're kind of at a weird split right now, I think. I'm trying to remind myself of where we were. In the Shiraishi household. I love his rage baiting 2 kids at school that said earrings are for girls, so I was like, guess I'm a girl then. Hey, it's not though! I know a lot of people who have ears pierced. You know, it's pretty normal these days, I feel like. Got pissed, I love doing that. Hell yeah! Seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. I don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. How's your day going? It's going okay. It's been going. Every stopped holding my restock hostage. I did have to go and get it, but and they didn't communicate that the parcel shop had moved, which would have been really nice if they had made that clear. But you know, hey, I got it. That's the important part. My keychains and standees are no longer being held hostage, as they were last week. And considering the previous 2, sorry, I love it. It's so good. It's such a good art style. I love this game's art style. I need to check the Square Enix's, which is the publisher for this game. They're having a developer sale right now, so I need to check if the sequel is on sale or not. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Oh, it's not good, but at least you got them. Yeah, it's just like, I'll take it. I'll take it as long as I get it, I don't even care anymore. I've ordered another restock for I'm hoping I can get it before MegaCon Birmingham. I'm really hoping. I'm even sending it to my parents, because it's easier for them to, because I'm going on the Thursday to theirs because we're driving down together on Friday. And I'm really praying. It might not though. I have a feeling it's either going to come like right before we leave, or it's going to arrive like right as we get back. So, you know, if I can get them for decon, I'll take it. I did pay for faster shipping. I paid like 50 quid for faster shipping because it was a lot of keychains I needed to restock. It was like 80 keychains. I'm praying, as long as I have it for some. I'd like to have it for MegaCon Birmingham, but it's very tight, so I can accept if that doesn't happen. It very well may not. It'll be what it is. I hope I do, but yeah. Like, the restock I got today, I ordered over a month ago during the, Chinese New Year, which is why it was so extremely delayed. Hopefully, at the very least for decon, I'll have them. I might have to go and pick them up for my parents, depending on when they arrive, but, you know, sure. Things like us walking through definitely stand out. It really feels like old Tokyo. Quiet. This place is normally pretty lively for people coming and going. It seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Well, we can go over there. Is there anything else aside from talking to Ario? So the Shiraishi household. There is a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. Oh yeah, a kid may or may not have killed herself, question mark. It may be for the best that we didn't find her parents. That's what we're looking at right now. Aria's checking the Shiraishi house at the end of the road. The street's real narrow, so two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs. Okay, it's just the same thing. I got to go to bed, I got school tomorrow, and 5 diagrams to draw off by heart. Loki sucks, and we have to label it too. Also, please, I'm tired. I'm overstimulated. Good night. Good night. Good luck on your diagrams. Alright, I'll go check the house. This game reminds me of Danganronpa. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's very, like, stylistically different to most visual novels. It's got kind of... Okay. Hi. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one's home. Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Aria looks kind of disappointed. Let's try again later. Yeah, okay. This is one of the segments where it's kind of fiddling about until I figure something out. It's like, where do I go? What am I looking for? I don't know yet. Just information, I suppose. Around the usual suspects. Thank you! The pixel model artist... It's a customizable pixel model. I do have the credits in the description. It's a mouthful to say out loud. But they are there, and I customized some textures for it, and I'm very happy with it. I love it so much. Even if I'm mostly just using it as like a in-between model. Here we are, Kamigata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. School gates. The school gate will stay locked while forensics suspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. The tail I had to do a lot of extra customization for. I had to like drag the tip back because it was meant to be a lot longer. I was like, no, I've got a little goat tail. Kamigata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and an evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. Hello! I also love the music in this game. What is your country? I'm from Scotland. I know I don't sound it, but I am from Scotland. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink. This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Phil's procession, and of course where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Oh, right. Speaking of schools. What is it? You said Paranormal Affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help her? To help us. I'm gonna ask you... What are my favorite VTubers? I like a lot of the Hololive girls. My favorite is Raura. I like Raura Panthera. Love from India? Love from Scotland. Thank you. I like Raura Panthera. I'd say she's probably my top current VTuber. I don't manage to tune into her streams a lot because they're like atrocious times for me. Much of the time. But I try to tune in every once in a while. I like Callie as well. And, Doki Bird as well. And Mint. I like drawing Mint. Who else? Michi. I like Michi. I like watching a lot of her clips. I think she's funny. A a lot of the VTubers I actually watch like full streams of are usually like smaller friends. Like my friend Shatter, I watch a lot. I try to keep up with friends, so I end up watching them a lot more than I do like bigger VTubers. Oh, and Nurasam and Beetle. I enjoy Beetle's banter with Neuro. A lot of people involved in this case leave back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. I thought it was Hollow because of the notebook, but I used it for Dungeons & Dragons. Oh, nice! I love Dungeons & Dragons. I don't currently have a game. I was supposed to have a game this year, and then the DM, put it on pause due to mental health, which in my experience means it's just not gonna come back. Because every time I've had a game get paused or put on hold for that reason for more than a couple of weeks, that's it. That's the game dead. And I'm also moving, so even if he does bring it back, I'm gonna have to be like, I cannot. I can't get a train every week. That's a bit much. Who does say that? You're running a campaign at lunch for my college. Ooh! We're talking tabletop. Yeah. Lily in the YouTube chat. I should really get a merge chat going. But Lily in the YouTube chat is using a notebook she bought from me at Comic-Con for D&D. And my current D&D game is quote-unquote on hold. But yeah, I'm moving in like a month, so in the unlikely scenario he decides to start it up again, I'm gonna have to leave anyway, because it's like, I don't live here anymore. 'Cause that's an in-person game. And I'm not getting a train every week. Certainly not on a schedule that works for anyone else in that game. So, I'm gonna have to figure out where to get my D&D fix after I move, though. Maybe I need to find a game shop I can go to. And find people for a game. Or, like, maybe... I don't know if Edinburgh Uni has a D&D society or something. I don't know. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. Or find an online group. Yeah! I think the thing with online groups is I prefer to know at least one person when it comes to online groups. This sounds really weird backwards, but I think because I'm used to in-person groups, like, just kind of getting shuffled with people I don't necessarily know. I'm more okay with that than, like, with online having the same thing, you know? So if any of my friends have a game going, then I'll be like, yeah, sure, okay. I'll join. Sure. But it's also with online groups, it's harder for me to get it on a schedule that works for me, I think. Because as a grown-ass adult, everyone is on a different fuck-ass schedule. It's even harder. Like, at least with students, like, if students are in a society, they usually have a specific day free. Or, like, a specific time after classes, you know? Maybe I use my friends' favorite things for the game and I take them there to their favorite family music. When do you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us get out the area. I wonder. It's not what I want to do. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us get out the area. I don't know. Oh, it's giving me the option to suspend. Here's me how weirdly well-defined the lips are in this game. I think it's so funny. They just really like doing like that pout face. Maybe I need to... I probably do need to suspend and then Go to somewhere else, huh? Okay, who do I go to? Cannot currently progress any further once your situation's changed, so that you resume start again. Yeah, okay. I gotcha, I get it. It's gonna be here then. I guess it just needed me to do like that 5 seconds in Susumi's section there. We got a high school. This is what I'm assuming anyway. Is it gonna let me? Okay, so I just need to like put them in a location. Is that it? Do I just put them in a location? There's gotta be one of them, right? Kamagata High School. Let's make a D&D game online for friends of YouTubers, but unfortunately YouTube don't let me stream sadly. Oh, do you not meet the requirements? I don't even know how I met the requirements actually. I think I accidentally did. It's so weird that it has like set requirements for streaming though. It's so annoying. I would recommend Twitch though. I mean Twitch has issues, but I like to multi-stream to both, which is why. What has streaming requirements? YouTube. I believe you have to have. There's like a minimum follower amount that you have. I think it's currently 100 or something, or is it 50? I don't remember. I just know I already met them just because I've been uploading VODs for a few years and a few like speed paints and stuff. So I happen to already meet them. Which is why it was really easy for me to start multi-streaming. But they make it like weirdly annoying to start streaming if you want to use YouTube. It's so silly. But my personal recommendation is 50 subs to stream, yeah. It used to be 100. But they did lower it. But what I would recommend is if you try streaming on Twitch. Because Twitch is a bit better for streaming anyway, really. YouTube is great if you're doing like multi-streaming or if you are uploading things. I'm at 183, but YouTube thinks I'm underage. Oh, that's weird. Why? YouTube clearly only wants to establish talent. That's so strange though. YouTube being silly. That's so odd though. I don't really know how to help with that aside from like contacting support. YouTube being silly. I really do. I dislike both platforms for their own unique reasons, and that's one of the ones I dislike for YouTube. It just decides shit that isn't the case, and then you cannot get support to do anything. Here we are, Kamagata High. That's they're suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Yeah. Okay. I did not mean to. There we go! Congregate! Yay, corporate media! I look younger than I actually am, so I'm stuck at needing 50 subs. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Lily. That sucks. Is there any reason you want to stream on YouTube over Twitch? Out of curiosity? Or is it just like convenience or anything like that? Huh? That's... Boss? What is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do! Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ariel. Huh? What? There we go. I just need to put them in the same location, I guess. Hey, aren't you... You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. So I don't know how to work Twitch with a laptop and don't have one. Oh, right. You want to talk to those girls? That doesn't sound uncomfortable at all. Well, they are police, to be fair. You can stream off of a phone for Twitch, but I've never tried it. I just know you can. But I don't know what it requires. I think it's generally very just like direct camera usage. You can't like set up a full stream or anything. Yeah. I think generally. Anyway. But you can technically stream off mobile. I'm like 99% sure because it keeps throwing up the option for me. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Susumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Thank you. Thanks so much. I wish you luck. I imagine it's quite difficult to stream when you have limited tech at your disposal. I've luckily had a laptop already when I started streaming. Albeit the laptop wasn't great. And I eventually managed to get a PC. But yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult. Although I know I suppose it depends actually. There are like cheap options, but yeah, you should technically be able to stream on mobile. I just don't know the specifics of it. But yeah, good luck. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, like one of those places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go. Also gotta edit your vlog at some point as well, so I'll do that first and I'll look into Twitch. That makes sense. We got ourselves a deal, right boss? The girls are at our service. Hold on now. What just happened? I never said I'd... Sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Sushi! Wait, since when were you included? You guys are so funny. You should do stand-up. So, how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Hanjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. Also, you need to ask for permission, not forgiveness. So I still can go over her name being Yakko. What's the issue with Yakko? Actually? I actually don't know. I'm just fixing something real quick. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. Animaniac's character. Oh! I've never seen Animaniacs. I think that was a little older than me. Or I didn't have the channels as a kid. I don't know, actually. As I'm sure you know, there were actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the cursed stones appeared before those who wanted the right at the locales of the 7 mysteries. Yeah, a bit older than me. Picturing Mark Sibling stand and singing countries of the world. Now I've seen that part. I've seen that clip. We've managed to gather 3 cursed stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow. We have the cursed stone that fills procession. Well, Yakko, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me! Yakko, the girl standing behind me, oh. She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then. Sorry. Oh. Right, investigator, probably. Right, yes, there was a fucking murder here. I forgot about that. Forensics is still investigating the area. Didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be good to have Mia look around the scene too. Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio. Damn. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Should be friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. Aww. But it better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad. That's sweet though. It's usually easier to let Aria do the talking when it comes to young people, but we only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. But he did manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. Yep, sure is. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. I just realized my pop filter was turned the wrong way. Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. It's a small world after all. It is a small world. It's a small island. A small city. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Or a small area within a city. Small... What's the word? I actually don't know. Well, last night at school... You were here last night? Yes. You see... Huh. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool. So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? That's... I don't remember. It was the one-sided reed? I think? I want to say. That's the one where the woman was, like, chopped up, right? If I remember correctly? I want to say that's what it was. And that's the one that our, murderous friend has. Yeah. That's a problem, huh? One side to read. This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about that one? Ario! Ario! Pay attention! God's sake! Fucking Namagaki's. Or, Najima's? Wasn't Najima? It was the Najima murders, even. That was fucking... Yeah, our murderer. Michika Najima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse. Oh, that's right! Wait, but if that's the case... Najima might have been here last night. What? I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but... What? Maybe that was the janitor, maybe, then. Who's Najima? No clue. Oh, you poor souls. So Najima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes. Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get to your daughter too? That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So, just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jinochi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? Do you mean Hitomi Okuda? Second year student? Well, yes. Why? Boss. So she was here last night. I saw Hitomi earlier though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So, I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did, actually. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else? Apparently Hitomi actually saw Mr. Janoshi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was... Michio was the one who killed Mr. Janoshi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Janoshi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss. Do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. It's still possible that Najima was behind Janoshi's death. But what about Hitomi's story? About this janitor. Shimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to the school though, so I have no idea. He is around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this. Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. Alias? Alias. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation. You see. What are you... No way. Ario, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yes, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya? The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it. Ario, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away. Hi. I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, how could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. To think he was so close to this whole time. It gives me chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh, I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Najima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but... Glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then... Could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building, too. We saw what happened when we did do that. What? You did? Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything. Might have gotten very lucky there, kid. Yeah. This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, Long Arm of the Law, help us! To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows. It would help if I knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about. In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy. You mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him. Ah, right, he's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. Do you know where he is? I think we stole his curse echo. I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. The cafe? Oh, Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamizawa. Thanks, we'll head over there now. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though. What? Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. Thank you. What? What do you mean you can't go to cafes? Like, school's off. I'd get that if it was, like, during school, but, like, huh? Huh? That's all it takes? There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes. Apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be? Boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, it must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm not good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I thought that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. You think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her. Alright, then we better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. A little bit. Maya Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay, I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but... well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Well, yes, Nakagoshi is the chief. But he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I have never spoken to him myself. All Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? That amulet he told me he was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. Yako. What was that thing you mentioned about Michiyo earlier? Something about a grudge? Do you know anything about her? Was he a relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first. Ah, I see. We gain quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ario. Alright. Keep in mind this is just a theory, though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michiyo's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. What? A van? Speeding? Oh? Oh? Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? Oh dear, what's going on? A van. There's a young man. Oh, okay. She's just talking. I didn't click anything there. Van, there's a young man in the driver's seat. In the passenger seat. A woman? This game is about demons and curses? More so just curses and ghosts. But the ghosts are the curses. If that makes sense. Yako! Yes! Wait, was I... Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Why is my phone going off? Yeah. I'm okay, I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though. Yako, what the fuck was that? You haven't done that before. Yoshimi talked to you about Michiyo, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So, I don't know what's truly on Michiyo's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Janochi was so scared of Michiyo? Well, about that... I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that. Michiyo, what happened? What's that rope all about? It indicates where Janochi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes. That's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all... Ugh. Cool, Ario. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of a curse still linger here. I figured as much. Does that mean that Janochi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess. No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Systemi. She's gonna get the wrong idea. Wow, that's amazing! Mio, you're a professional. You think? Totally! You're so cool even in the face of death. That's awesome! When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Hey, boss, forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? Ribbon? Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear. What? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. It has to be hers. Then, did she come back to life somehow? But, how? I'm so suspicious of Yako because the description sounded like her curse. What her curse does. And that's not convincing me otherwise. If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge on Jinochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision? If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you. Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start a check for Najima and Maya Chozawa. It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it. Thank you and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss, let's get going whenever you're ready. We're congregating. And we know at the end of, well, there we go. You know, at the end of this one, that they also meet up. So we have a couple of avenues here. Let's go top down. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Junario. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsusumi, and yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. So you two are detectives. This is my client, Mrs. Haruo Shigema. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigema? Boss, you know of this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry. I am my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy again this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on one second. This is the first I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. Let's go over to start. Okay, I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades, that's all. Comrades? That's right, Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ariel. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I hadn't heard of you since you quit. I didn't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What, sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I had to take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up all your loose ends, save the little birdies you abandoned. Ooh, sounds like he's got some beef with the police. I can't believe you were actually part of the police force once. There is a story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time at the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. Seems they were acquainted, but also like they haven't talked in a long time. A young and energetic detective. He seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking. I thought we might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't drawn attention. Then again, that might just be because no one wants to get involved in the case. Don't think there's much else about, but we do have an ad break coming up in a little bit, a couple of seconds. So I'm going to head over to the BRB screen. We'll be back in a few minutes and we'll continue these conversations. And we're back. Apologies for... I think it was a slightly longer break, but it's fine. Think. So these detectives are right here because of the recent string of strange deaths. It's best we keep quiet about our involvement with the curses. Yeah, probably. I've already finished talking to you. Yo! Welcome in. What brings you here, Richter? You want a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year. Oh, I remember now. You're that Harry Shigema from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was the case where Munasada Shigema's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Indeed, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. I love that expression of Haraway's. She looks so fucking done. It's like that mixture of like... It's like that face you kind of make when like you're really fucking pissed off. And you don't want to like be violent about it, but you feel violent inside. You know? It's that kind of face. Like you're really trying to keep it in. I love that expression. The expressions in this game are so good. I love the art for this game. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. They never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place, then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to the family. No one's home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like this. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider the police my people. So, you consider the blame to be shared. You've got a stern side as well, I see. Okay, you're just gonna say the same thing. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is... Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? I feel like there's no good answer here. I don't know much. I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me. Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. I assume they were talking about you, investigator. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they got you head office guys on it. Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. Huh. So, by using the curses to commit murders, these people collect soul drives to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. And it's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. Well, you figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate those curse stones. I just realized I left my door open. Oops. Well, let me get up and shut that so I'm not causing a disturbance. There we go. I don't want to bug my flatmate. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo jumbo to play into this at all. But if we're talking shady characters... There was this middle-aged fellow I saw on South Waragasui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We already got his curse stone. Impressive! You two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case too? There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Oh. By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yes? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously? Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right. He died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it. I heard. It was the most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in return, I want a full scoop of your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth. What? Do you believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jirochi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we've found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Then they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself. Wait, if that's all true, then... Did you figure something out? Kankichiro Iwai. Huh? Kankichiro Iwai. He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's coming into you? Boss? I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that, you know how long that could take? We ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... He's gone. He's kicking down that door. Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. He's doing a B&E. I cast open. I always think of I can't remember who did the stand-up, but it was like a stand-up that went around, like the audio went around for a while. It was about doing a B&E, and it turned out the guy just wanted to kick down a door. So he kicked down a second door. Left nothing touched. Didn't steal anything. Just kicked down the doors. That's what I think of every time I think of breaking and entering now. Everyone, come quick. Look at this. Oh. Well. Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in there. Whoa. Could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's her stepdad at best, if that. It's got to be the body of Kenkichi or UI. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Ario, did you find Janouchi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it. It looks as though Kohei Janouchi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's got to be that. If she's alive, then... Well, that's interesting, isn't it? My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? No, I don't. Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But, seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? I wonder if Yako isn't Yako. I do wonder. Let me see. I don't know if their facial features line up, but... They have the same face. They look like exactly the same, don't they? Or at least very similar. They look similar enough that you can interchange them. I do wonder. I mean, I suppose the only thing is, I mean, maybe Michio's lashes look a bit lighter, but... Because the way the bodies are being found, they do line up with how Yako's curse stone is. And Yako keeps acting real weird. She's really trying to pin things on, quote-unquote, Michio reviving, you know? Probably actually... I missed quite a few things here. Yeah. I gotta think. I'm pretty sure there's something there at the very least. And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Can I look at the story chart? Fuck. Just wanted to double check, but yeah. I see. Very well. Congratulations. You are correct. Yeah, I thought so. As expected, you got it in one go. Well, the cause of death was such, was it not? You must have noticed some time ago. I did. I noticed last time. As soon as Janelchi died, I noticed. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. Okay, good to have it confirmed to some degree that I think my line of thinking here is correct. What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi is alive? Just think it through and it all becomes obvious. It tracks, but... Do you really think that girl could have managed all of this? First of all, Ario, go report this to HQ. Because initially I thought it was, you know, maybe Michio's possessing Yako. And now I'm thinking they've traded places. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Huh? Whoa now, hold on. These photos? These are all Fumichika Nijima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over there. Over here, even. These are all cutouts from the newspapers and magazines about the Nijima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. This sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. I'll save them for later and continue to look around. Well, it's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time they're useless imitations, though. I won't get too excited about it. Oh my! You knew the chief Who knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. Sure you did. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned. She's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what is known today as chemistry. I was about to say, I mean, alchemy is just like early chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subjects studied by the intelligentsia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most from the ills of the day: war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As heresy, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. Heresy! Heretics. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? I mean, in normal cases, only police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right. The area isn't here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say we're big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway. The real question is, why is Yako, quote unquote, doing what she's doing? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, like, the vengeance part makes sense. I'm just curious on why the switch. Why, if she's doing the switcheroo. I'm just curious as to why. Oh my god. If I can speak, that would be great. With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Najima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Najima's case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Najima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today, he'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Najima murders either. You don't say. That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say! You were the kid from back then. You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Najima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type. Oh dear. That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's learning to massacre the people of Hanju at sundown. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. The fricker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Iwai and Fumichika Najima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Najima's location. Let's hope so. Well, I've got the corpse. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. Anyway, I think yours is a bit more horrifying. I'm pretty sure yours sets people on fire. It's amazing. That's certainly a choice of words. Cruel is what it is. Looks like things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual or whatever was something he attempted up to recently. Excuse me. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think UI was the one chanting? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. What'd you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Oh, and this seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think this UI guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual. There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. UI didn't look the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite. I guess no matter what part of the world, people return to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. That's probably UI's. A journal. His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh wow, now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this Kankichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say! This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Najima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like UI took an interest in the Najima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. Yeah, I can see that. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Najima of all people? Yeah, people do that. I mean, it's like, people worship, like, literally worship, treat them like gods. I feel like more so school shooters get that. But, like, I know there's been some, serial killers, like, Dahmer has, like, a dedicated fan base, so it's really fucking weird. Like, there's a good few examples of it as known. It's been known. And there's, like, I can't remember who it was. There was, like, an example of someone who had that kind of thing who actually managed to get herself married to a serial killer, I think. Like, she was dedicated to it. It was really weird, but it happens. It does happen. It's a thing. Worship. Najima of all people. This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Eli had been collecting these photos ever since this time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time in Najima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Najima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's quite a shock to me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Najima murders. Yep, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now. Wait just 1 minute. Do you think... No way, are you saying? That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering matched up exactly with the acts carried out by Najima. You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Najima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but UI had different motives. Chief Inspector, he might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Najima and UI were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that Nutjob did all for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection. That means there must have been someone Najima wanted to bring back to life. Damn, that's it! That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What? What is it? So, about the Najima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl. Looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So was Najima the father? He told us he'd found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned. I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but I think it really happens. I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers. So it's not without precedent. I mean, that's... I suppose not, actually. I suppose it's not actually that different if it's a literal baby being left under a bridge. Yeah, I suppose they're probably about the same. I don't know. Because I know the coin locker baby thing, that's because of lack of access to abortion. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I can never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now? Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time I've heard of it. Many believe Najima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Yeah, I remember all of that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Goodness. That's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, this is all speculation on top of more speculation here. I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby found under a bridge. I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running a speculation back then. Someone saying heresy? Yes, a while back. Now this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. Do we have blasphemies against the Emperor in here? I don't know, man. All of this is sounding pretty blasphemous, but I'm not sure if it's blasphemous against the Emperor specifically. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone that G would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the right of resurrection. Damn right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre. Well, because you have to have someone you want to resurrect to get a curse stone, right? Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in EY's journal. We know EY had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Najima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Right, he thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only Queen and Chairwoman of Hihaku Soap herself, Nasue Yamamori. Wait, the Chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps? So that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. The Queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. And if she does die, she wishes to be revived. And she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Iraishi. She presumably funded his research into Rite of Resurrection as well. That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku passed to the rumors of the Rite of Resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's this all about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think EY took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce the family into taking him in to keep it low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. Lovely. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? Huh? This has something to do with me? Are you saying that... No, you can't mean... You've realized then. Perhaps... Kenkichiro wise. Living sacrifice was a child. Kenkichiro wise living sacrifice was a child? That's exactly it. And her child, I'd assume. UI moved in with Shiraishi to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but... that meant extracting the life force from someone young. Oh no, of course, that awful man. So it was EY, this man. EY worshipped Najima. So, he must have always also despised Najima's detractors. Not to mention, he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely, he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Najima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time... Fuck. You got it. UI kidnapped Haruhi Shigena's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. You're telling me then that horrid man, He never had the intention of returning my child. I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seems to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses, and they kidnapped him on his way back home. That man, he took Shuichi. Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. Don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. Isn't it a joke? I would expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid, stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this. This is... Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in this journal. Oh? Iwai got in contact with Najima last year, after Najima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Najima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seems most went to Najima instead. If Najima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout. Is he right where it is? Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Najima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait, no, she's alive! That's right. Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Yeah, that's... I feel like it's a really bad place to reveal that, hey, this guy is most likely the guy who killed your son. Right in front of his corpse. I feel like that's a really bad place. I feel like maybe that could have been left a little longer. I don't know. And like, it's important information for her to have, but I feel like for her emotional state, you know, could have maybe like brought her back home first. Given her like a good place to sit. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Steve's bought his Shiraishi home. Kenkichiro once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell funny magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple. And has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing, ostentatious world of late. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kenkichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Najima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kenkichiro, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Najima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kenkichiro was later arrested for his illegal business practices, and a chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic, and, following his release, acquired the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kenkichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned that Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family, and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found a sponsor in the Hihaku Corporation. Kenkichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals, with any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Hihaku offered Kankichiro's great sums to intensify his work with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigema, the son of Haruhi Shigema, against whom Huichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as to not alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kenkichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house, and told the young, courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown of public order. So, Kenkichiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo of the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to that of the Najima murders. Infuriated, Kankichiro had Toshika perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankichiro blamed her. Ordering Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in the nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kankichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankichiro until the day they died. Man. The thing with warning Michio to keep silent so it doesn't incriminate her mother. There's a lot of cases where someone is forced by another person to kill someone, and it kind of depends on the circumstances, but I know a lot of the time they get quite a reduced sentence because it wasn't their own will, it was someone else who forced them into it. I think even in like the worst situations, then they actually like tend to kind of take off at least the vast majority of things in terms of charges or jail time, because like there's wiggle room, I suppose, or they're trying to create wiggle room. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am? I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right. But Richter, I feel grateful toward Michio. Because she killed the kidnapper? There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio's the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul drags, I mean. Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Najima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul drags, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you. Kind of based. It's a little based, I think. I can't really blame her on that one. Yako. Or who was supposedly Yako, at least. Well, there's one of our stickers. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. So, what do you want to ask me? I love this. In focus compared to everything else. Hmm. Yeah, I do wonder where some of these are. But, oh well. Cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of cigarette smoke, but... Coffee shop on South Warigasui Street, Korikikyo Cafe's convenient location has made it a favorite of businessmen in the neighborhood. Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. The most popular menu item is a pilaf served with black coffee, although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. You know, I've actually never had a float like that. I feel like I should try making it at some point. Unfortunately, I don't like root beer. I've discovered. But cream soda does sound pretty good. A cream soda float. I feel like I could go for that. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in the relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also have developed a reputation as hangout spots for delinquents, leading a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. Oh, I see. Okay. I mean, that kind of a weird justification, but I guess that makes some sense. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes installing them with steady stream customers. Is there anything new in here? Subsequent investigations revealed that the culprit was in fact Kankichiro Iwai, an unemployed man. Toshiko Shiraishi, his common-law wife, and Michio Shiraishi, their daughter, acted as accomplices. Kankichiro routinely used violence against both Toshiko and Michio to force them to do his bidding, and it is believed he coerced them into becoming accessories to the crime. Kankichiro wanted to use the boy as a living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually the primary motive for his kidnapping. The reason for targeting Shigemu's family's son was due to a personal grievance. Okay, we do have an ad break coming up on Twitch, so I'm going to go to the BRB screen. This is a good opportunity to go to the bathroom, get some water, lay down, I guess, make some tea, whatever you need. I'll give you a little breather. Okay? Okay. And we are back. Okay. Oh, right, we're in the cafe. I had to remind myself there. Can't just look at him, we have to talk to him. Okay. Got my curse stone. Yako, if you would. Right, we wanted to ask you about this. Oh my, a curse stone. An Okami mask, that must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night. Damn, there of all places. Yako, you're one of them. You're a curse bearer. Please calm down, Mr. Uraishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? Flatter him, probably. It's just, a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true, I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Uraishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 Mysteries curse stones happening now? Oh, taking an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher starting your questioning with your subject's origins. Mr. Uraishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. Then, do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside of my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, he may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Make something up. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity and, I think it could really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... It's about his research. And... What does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, I see. That's what you want to know. Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper. Yeah, okay. The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little-known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Seiman Tsuchimikado? I've never heard of him. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it is written in the Record of Fates. Huh. As brilliant as Seiman was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seiman recorded on the road to Edo. I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself? The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seimei's specialty, the Taizan Bukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. He uses soul drags to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called. Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed. Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul drags in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and fused with the wish of whoever is performing the rituals, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the rite of resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. Huh, that's similar to what Mio said, actually. Interesting. Onmyoji, an officially appointed government physician with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan. Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and wuxing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners use a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period, in part due to the work of the famous Onmyoji and later founder of the Tsuchimikado clan, Abe no Seimei. However, Onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along with the development of civilization. Although the services of Onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of Shomonji, or hidden Onmyoji, who worked for the common folk. What's new here? According to the Record of Fates, this mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted Onmyoji Abe no Seimei. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul drives collected as sacrifices through the Taizan Hukun ritual. The secret art of converting souls to soul drags is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. How are 7 mysteries related to the rite? Excuse me, Mr. Raishi. What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection and the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff. But about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then? Not exactly. Rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is, well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seiman arrived in Honjo. There are records of conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. A conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people, fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been the subject of my research. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seiman's rite of resurrection. Yes, that is how the Record of Fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seiman brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point Seiman was likely using a different name. Then, in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. Interesting. So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather soul dregs necessary for the rite. And there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being. The resentful memories of the 7 mysteries mentioned to those who received the curse stones. Resentful memories? Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted in your mind. Oh, I did! Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together. It really does become confusing when I'm reading this out loud, and I'm having to say the 9 things in the 7 mysteries. It's so goofy. Like, why? Just count them normally, please. I reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Huh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Mio, should I? Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Uraishi. I'll tell you about the memory of the fool's procession. Excellent. So, basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one, then. Not that one? What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seiman himself. Or so I suspect. Huh? Seiman was one of the victims of the Honjo incident too? Meaning an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo? Right, it would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio! Then maybe with Seiman's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Mr. Uraishi, how many of these resentful memories have you gathered so far? I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Seiman, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the right of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seiman. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one. So a female Onmyoji and rival of Seiman was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsuke carvings named Junkichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. Right of resurrection. Precisely. This man Junkichi must have been in contact with Seiman. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will be revealed and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. What's the trigger for the curse to occur? Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all of this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today, they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Najima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen. I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. Truth is, I was given the Record of Face by a woman. A woman? Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript, and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. She specified the time period? I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. I must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went public with the Record of Fates. Hihaku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right, I mean, no, that's not important, just personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Those are all the details I have. Is there anything else you know? Very well, I've told you this much, I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? About Saman's Record of Fates, there is a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation? Actually, a section written in Saman's own hand was appended to the manuscript. According to which, after the Honju incident, Saman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honju incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul drags. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Saman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Unless he was, like, a ghost, I guess. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Saman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of Oh! You're telling me Saman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul drags are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Saman himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul drags needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others, besides Saman. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul drags? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I need the resentful memories. To learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Saman's blood descendants guarded it as they passed passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the two documents became separated, and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Simon had descendants, so there's someone out there related to him by blood, even now? Yes, in fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't well known on Myoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seems likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin-Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the record of Fate's Yin-Scroll, Simon himself wrote about ways to handle the curse in the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but haven't found a single lead. So, if you two find out anything about other resentful memories, or the Yin-Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Interesting. So there is more. It said that Saemon Tsuchimikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote this Yin-Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and using the collection of soul drags for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin-Scroll is indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Saemon. Hideki Raishi claimed he found it in the storehouse of an old private residence, but it was in fact entrusted to him by the mysterious voice. Oh, this has been updated too. Someone, like, mentioned something with Tsuchimikado earlier, I think, but I'm struggling to remember what. Or who. Can Kiichiro why? Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. If you're bringing me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Fair enough, I guess. The street. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin-Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could just find the Yin-Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation. But even Mr. Araichi didn't have any leads of where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too. Right. So, Mio, what are we going to do next? Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tsutsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin-Scroll. Mr. Tsutsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind that voice gave Mr. Araishi the Record of Fates. That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yakko I know. Well, let's catch them and make them spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's unrelated. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice. But I'm also interested in the female Myoji who is a rival of Seimon. Oh, that reminds me, Mio. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Hmm? Oh, you mean where Michio... Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yakko? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Hmm? Excuse me, you girls over there. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. A curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the curse out of the fit-washing mansion. The fit-washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Sutsumi was talking about. Ha, you already know Inspector Sutsumi. That makes it simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey! You're... in the driver's seat. Yakko? Yes. Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Maybe they are sharing a body. Maybe Michiro and Yakko are... in a way the same. Well, I mean, obviously there's something going on here. Interesting. Just now, was I doing something? Sorry, Mr. Namigaki, what might be the matter? Right, I just wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something? With us? You're talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you would learn a few things yourselves. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What do we do? Let me save. I feel like this is an important decision or something. Actually, wait, okay, yeah. This is earlier. The dates were backwards for me. I want to talk to Yutaro though. Well, I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say. Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate elsewhere? 1 p.m. Ryogoku Bridge. So, what did you want to discuss with us? Let's see, how do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you two to use your curse stones to bring Michio Shiraishi back from the dead. What? It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place. Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her. Which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this. Well... I'm sorry, this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio? Well, we met briefly once. I was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day. Right. Well, it would be great if we could bring Michio back. But we've already decided not to use the rite of resurrection. Is that so? It seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul dregs for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know? We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse. I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on the curse stones. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. But why does he want to bring Michio back? Huh? Yako? Uh-oh. Did she go off somewhere while we were talking? Oh dear. Maybe this was a mistake. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place? You've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone. Either you hand it over or I'll have to take it by force. With what curse, man? What? What? Why? Are you... No, she's here again. I don't understand. Wait, it was just an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back. Huh. You're already too late. Oh, okay. Oh, we're just rushing through the credits? Okay. I don't think that was what I was supposed to do. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Just rush through the credits real quick. Okay. Go off, I guess. Thank you. Love the V syncing there. After this, Fumijika Najima went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with unprecedented tragedy. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Damn. So that was not a good ending. Ending 1, Michio's grudge. Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew that was probably not the correct decision, which is why I saved. But not that it really matters, because you can just go back, but I don't know. It felt important. Yes, so Yako's definitely possessed. I suppose. That seems to be the case. Because otherwise, I don't know why her appearance would change so suddenly like that. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds. Okay. I'm glad I tried it out first, at least. (1 p.m. in the Shigema Mansion reception room. In further news, today the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of one Toshiko Shiraishi around noon. The man, identified as Kankichiro Iwai, is said to have been in a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at the time of his death. While further investigations are still underway, it's suspected that his death is connected to the recent serial killings in Honjo. Evidence on the scene may also implicate Mr. Iwai in the unsolved child abduction and murder case from last year. Well, ma'am, it seems like we've managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps. Right. Next up, what do we need to do to get our hands on a crystal filled with soldier eggs? That's the same sticker as before. Good to know it's still there. I wonder what kind of music Richter is into. I imagine he likes English songs. He does seem like that kind of guy, huh? No matter how much I look at the flowers, they don't make me feel anything. I've grown so used to seeing this scroll, I don't really give it a second thought. I don't have a reason to use a phone right now. A fax machine. I can send images to other places along the telephone network. I rarely find a use for it. I stopped watching the news. There's too much fluff. I wish they'd cut out the pointless stories and just reported on what's important. I suppose I should offer him some tea, but I don't really feel like it. He's always going at his own pace. He's rather fascinating. Judging by the official announcement— oh my god, my voice. Judging by the official announcement, it seems what Iwai wrote is likely true. With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest. Now that it's over, I can't help but think how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing had we not found his journal. Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these being exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Najima murders. But stumbling across the answer by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered. Me too. It's certainly disturbing. Well, with the kidnapping case all wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the right resurrection, yes? Indeed. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's reassess this curse situation. Right. I must admit, I never expected the police to be so on top of things. The Chief Inspector, Tesso Tsutsumi, provided us a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers. Do you think they noticed I'm one of them? I'm pretty sure Aria didn't. The Chief Inspector, on the other hand. We'll have to be careful around him. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward. Agreed. Even if we steal a curse stone, you may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging onto the stone from now on? Of course. Just don't use it though, okay? Alright. That looked more like a no promises. Like, she said alright, but visually looked like she's not making any promises here. If what we've heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko Sugadu left to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connecting these stories a few times. I see. I am still highly suspicious of the people at Hihaku Soaps. They could be the ones pulling the strings. That Takumi Yomioka fellow is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove to be useful. You want to follow him? If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice, but... damn it. Times like this really have me wishing I had more personnel. I imagine it's tough working on your own. I do wonder who has the Whispering Canal. Because, obviously, our original, Okie, obviously he had it, but he's dead. He's fucking dead. Oh, he died. And he died, like, fucking immediately, it seems like. So, I do wonder. It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant. Ain't that a mood? Holy shit. Very true. It's really hard to work on things by yourself. And then there's Najima, who appears to be a curse bearer too. The one-sided read, I think it was. If we want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul drags, well, look no further. He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall. If he gets the chance to. If the chief inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well... there is a chance he'll manage to apprehend Najima before he gets up to no good. But why did you tell the chief inspector about the safe house? If he hadn't had that lead... It was written in UI's memoirs. It was just a matter of time till he found out. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. And I can't just turn a blind eye. How different is it from any other curse bearer collecting soul drags? Well, if we're talking Najima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Najima and the cops. What about that girl from before? Ayame Tono. Do you think she could be a curse bearer? Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now. That's possible too, but... We haven't been to Midoricho Park yet. The place connected to the Taiko Sugadu. Ah, right, that's close to where she lives. What if she was a curse bearer this entire time? She could have lied. It's possible. It would make her a brilliant actress, boot. It has got me itching to investigate her again. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there. Rector? Yes? Ah, that's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible. I suppose I don't mind. That was a... I don't know if I've seen that expression prior, so I'm like really judgmental. I love Haruhi. I think Haruhi's got my favorite expressions. They always like... Simultaneously, like, she's very guarded, but she also has like the clearest expressions to me. Okay, I guess we go to the candy store. Then shall we depart? From this part on, you will be given the option to finish investigation, which will allow you to immediately end this part. From there, you can continue on to the next part. You may also come back and restart this section from the point which you left off. Oh, interesting. So you can do, like, everything all at once, or you can take it in parts, I guess. Interesting. Well, let's go to the candy shop, I guess. Sonoya. The children seem pretty fond of this place. It looks comparatively new. They must have had renovations done not long ago. There's some vending machines. You can buy canned juice for 100 yen. These days, vending machines sell a lot of things besides juice too. Apparently, Richter likes to visit the local candy shop in every district he visits. I figured once you've seen one, you've seen them all, but in reality each one has its own unique displays and colors to match the locale. It kind of irks me we stopped here simply for the sake of entertainment. But I suppose he needs time like this to relax and recenter his mind. He works so vigorously every day. I mean, aside from the fact that he hasn't slept, has he? Like, at all? Hathaway might have at least gotten like a nap in, but... Alright, ma'am, should we go for monjayaki or something? That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now. That's too bad. I'm having great luck with this mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Ugh. Apparently, most of these are just replicas of the real deal, but even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery. Go ahead. Don't buy them all now. Just let me know when you want to leave, okay? Okay, okay. What is the point of this? The shop's close to the park, so children have been coming and going without pause. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from the street view recently. Okay. Well. It almost feels like I came here with a child. My boy never had much of a taste for sweets. It makes this kind of a fresh experience for me. Well, I think for now, at least, he's up front with the kids to participate in the raffle. It's weird seeing an adult his age enjoying himself so much at a candy store. Oh, it seems he didn't win anything. He's penning so hard, even the kids are laughing at him. You lost again. If I just keep clicking on him, can I just make him lose like a million times? He just loses all his money on the stupid candy raffle. Weird seeing it in the day now. The area was closed off to the public this morning after his body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopen the park as if nothing ever happened. The people in this area are shockingly calm, considering what happened here. You'd think they'd be put off knowing there was a dead body here just this morning. From what I heard, it happened right about where you're standing now. Eek! Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground. Did it catch your eye? Perhaps. Now's not the time, though. But it did get you interested. Does he want to play on it? Guys, help. My private investigator is a fucking man-child. Well, he is at least skilled, though. Made it quite the challenge. To pass through it, you'd have to go underneath there. He definitely wants to play on it. Oh dear. You can go take a look if you're that interested. That look! Alright. I'll go check it out just to make sure. Bro. You didn't have to think long about that. What's that? Did he find something? I found a mockingbird under the playground equipment. Damn, talk about lucky. It's a number 19 penny prattle. Oh, for fuck's sake. I see. Congrats. Playgrounds always get me fired up. That sounds really weird coming from a grown man. A telephone booth. It doesn't look out of the ordinary to me. Feels like this one's just kind of wasting some time with them. We do have an ad break coming up, which is good timing. Kind of needs to go to the bathroom. We're probably going to try and investigate all the locations. I don't know if we're going to start another section after that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're back. I was choked on my tea. Yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna have much substantial coming out from the current investigations. I'm just because scared to run Richter to poke fun at his clothing. It seems like kids come running for him wherever we go. Not all too surprising with his attire. He has a complaint about it though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids. Probably relates to them. This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park. Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hihaku Soap's employee? That's right. His name was Shogo Okie. Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. If people in the company know about the right, it only makes sense they'd be looking for curse stones. You think the chairwoman and Takumi would send their regular employees out to hunt for their stones? For the stones, even? If that's the case, perhaps that Shogo died trying to take a stone for someone else. Either that, or he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone. I suppose so, but considering the location, wouldn't that mean the curse used was the Whispering Canal? Good point. That would mean Shogo Okie was in the wheels of the Whispering Canal curse himself. Could he have had the beckoning light? Or even the Taiko Sugaru? I was here last night and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal has already collected his stone. Ma'am, excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try. Oh? Be my guess. I mean, we know he did have, at least in the original timeline, I guess, where he fucking killed everyone. It's probably for the best that he didn't have a curse stone, right? In this timeline. He was kind of a menace. Shogo Okie is the name of the person who died here. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hihaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. Curses? I don't know why I'm lisping. Did two curse bearers battle it out here last night? Who could the other person have been? I mean, maybe... Well... Because there was that guy with the will-o-wisp, which I assume was the beckoning light. But that wasn't Okie's curse stone. So I have to assume that maybe... I don't know. Does having other curse stones let you use those powers too? I don't know. We haven't really seen anyone use another curse stone's power even after obtaining it. Because everyone that's obtained other curse stones has been refusing to use them. Everyone is relaxing so peacefully in the park. It's hard to imagine it was the site of some horrid curse. Oh. Well, hello there. Hey, that lady over there. That's Ayamatono. She seems to be trying to hide. Watch in silence? We don't want to startle her and have her run off on us. Let's sit and watch her for now. The cops have yet to determine who the remaining curse bearers are. We have to find them soon. We have reason to believe the curse bearer of the Taiko Sagaru was here last night. It's possible they're already dead, but we haven't found any definitive leads. Richter seemed to be a little nervous when Ayamatono was mentioned. Or was I just imagining it? Well, probably because there's something fucking wrong with that girl. Doesn't look like she's planning to move anytime soon. Alright, I'll be right back. He's gone. Suppose he really wanted to talk to her. Oh, there he is. Does he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? What is he doing? Huh? Does he mean to intimidate her? Ah, she noticed. I guess his purpose was to talk with her after all. I wonder what they're talking about. She doesn't look like she's planning to run. Oh, they're coming here. Okay. Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master, hmm? Yes, very smooth. Hello, thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now. Pursued? By who? I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter? From the police? I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of mess she's gotten herself in. Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please. Okay, well, why are you being chased by police? The police have my apartment staked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them say something about wanting to protect me, but something didn't feel right and I got scared. Do you have any idea why they're after you? Well, I have been searching for the curses, so... we shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you if they're after you for a good reason. Huh? How cruel! This handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily, would you? It's unfortunate, but we've got no reason not to get involved with the police ourselves. What shady reasoning? What if you got some murky secret to hide? We might as well cooperate with each other now. Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect Hokusai going? Fortunately, that's been going quite well. Oh? Does that mean you found someone to steal a curse stone from? Not exactly, but I found out a kind of last resort. Which is why I can't let the police get me. What do you mean by last resort? You're really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Why should I tell you? Ugh. What if we make a deal? In exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you'll tell us about your last resort. Huh? Is that what got you interested? Oh, I've got it. You're meaning to steal it for yourself. Not all. I'm just curious. That excuse will just not do. I don't need you to. I'll find a way to stay safe on my own. That was a close one. I should have known the only one you can count on in this world is yourself. We can't let her get away. Let's go after her. Stop it. Get in closer and I'll scream. Please, wait. We'll help you out with no conditions. Well, you changed your mind quick. That just makes you all the more suspicious. I can't fault that. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay. Could it be you don't know how to handle a girl like that? Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her? Just in case. Well, it doesn't really bother me, but you do recognize there are police officers in my close family. At least it allows a way to keep in contact, no matter how small. Ayame Tono says her plans for the rite of resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal a curse stone? Richter? You know, I have one as well. The last resort. You do? Ah. Even if we don't steal another curse stone, I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I am prepared to use it. So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own, too? That she despises the idea of using it to kill others. So instead she means to steal a cursed stone with soul drags already in it? It doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taiko Sagaru curse stone. We still don't know much about that one. Richter? That last resort Ayame spoke of. It could be our chance. We can use her. I hear you loud and clear. I love how Haraway thinks. Whatever's wrong with the women in this game, I kind of love it. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess, okay? But... It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of those factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Oh, I see a wisp. What the fuck is that? Richter? What do you think that is? Oh. I don't see anything. Really? You don't see that? A thing that looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air? A ball of flame? It must be the curse echo. Maybe only the curse bearers are capable of seeing it. Because such a thing happened in broad daylight. It's gone. I wonder if that was the beckoning light's curse echo. That phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern. In that case, does that mean a curse bearer is nearby? A curse bearer might be lurking in the vicinity. I'm going to check the surroundings. Nothing. I didn't find anyone who looked the part. I see. I don't doubt something happened around here, but something might have changed in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. something might have changed. And if what I saw was the cursed echo of the beckoning light, wouldn't that mean the curse bearer is nearby? I'm not feeling any strange presence, but that could be because it's midday. What you saw earlier must have been the beckoning light. Something might have changed after what just happened. Has anything changed? I don't know. I suppose it might not necessarily be with this current area. Does something draw your interest? No worries here. I made sure to take a quick shower this morning. Okay, great. Thank you, man. I don't know, I'm not really seeing anything here. Just the... What's going on? There isn't a curse bearer in sight. Guess there's like a window open there or something. I don't know, but it's not letting me click on it. So, Is something different here? I don't really see anything that looks different aside from like, you know, the flame isn't there anymore. And the factory isn't like disappearing from my, you know, it's not getting the tick. I don't know, man. What do you want? I don't know, maybe elsewhere? Question mark? No, I don't think so. Midori Show Park? Well, I'm not really seeing anything. I don't know. Candy shop? If something's changed, it's not very obvious. Maybe it's just one of those things where I have to like come back with someone else or something. What's changed? I don't know what's changed, man. Maybe I just need to play through with someone else or something. I don't know. This might be the point I need to finish investigation. No. Maybe I should look it up real quick if I'm just missing something or something. Don't know. Maybe I go back to Shigema Essence or something. No, I've got that done. That's the only other thing, but I think maybe I might need to come back after doing something elsewhere. I think. Oh, what is that? Oh. Oh. Well, ain't that interesting? But I think we'll leave this for next time. I guess what something changed was something in the timeline here. Interesting. But yeah, I think we'll come back to this next week when we continue this. So I don't know what day I'm actually going to be streaming again next week just yet, because I need to figure out what else to play still. Move to the chatting screen. Oh. Okay, sure. Why am I so close? Why am I right here? That's a weird place for me to be. Hello? There we go. Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm streaming on Monday or Wednesday. Because my normal days for streaming are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I won't be able to stream on Thursday, Friday next week anyway. But I don't quite know what other games to start. I haven't figured that out yet. So presumably, because this game is supposed to be a Tuesday game, it's only on Wednesday this week because I had, I kind of had to push my schedule out. I also just realized that my other, why are my spout 2s all fucked up? Why is this all messed up, huh? How did this happen? Weird. Anyway. Yeah, so, I don't know what we're playing on Monday. We're not- okay, that's enough, Kofi. I get it. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions to spamming my chat. I need to fix that at some point. It's really annoying. I'm just gonna turn that off. That's really annoying. Anyway. Yeah, so I still need to pick out a new game to play on at least Monday. I'll probably also... I don't know if I want to start a new series tomorrow. I don't know if I want to stream tomorrow, because I do have some restock stuff to do, so that's kind of my priority a little bit. And considering we finished No Straight Roads last week, this music is also, like, really kind of dramatic. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow or not. If I do, it might be a little impromptu, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna have a think on it. I kinda need to see where I'm getting to in terms of restocking. Albeit, for the most part, I think everything I want to have for Saturday is like most of the way there. I think most of it, I think I should be able to stream. I'm just not sure what yet, and I'm not sure I want to start a series tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm gonna have a look in my, like, libraries. I'm gonna have a look in my libraries and see what I have that I also want to play through. because admittedly I did not expect to finish 2 series. Well, I expected to finish No Straight Roads last week. And I was going to pick a new series for this week, and then the weekend happened and the restocking happened, so now I haven't really thought about it because I've been kind of preoccupied. So I'll need to have a look. It might just be a one-off game tomorrow, or I might decide on a series game. I also need to decide one for Monday, but I can't say what I'll choose because I have quite a few options. So I'm gonna have a look at that. But Paranormasight will be continuing on Tuesday because that's the normal Paranormasight day. That's what it's supposed to be when it's not thrown off. But the next couple of weeks I'm gonna be a little thrown off no matter what I do, so yeah. But if I do stream tomorrow, it will be 9 PM GMT, that's my normal start time. If you came here for a little bit or a lot of it, either way, I appreciate it. I should probably go and find someone to raid while I talk. Laser Bear's still going? Laser Bear's still going. Okay. Yeah. Oh, take a sip? Sure. I'm actually quite dehydrated, even though I've been drinking consistently through the stream. I guess you don't see that very often. So, let's see. Let's see my options. Laser Bears is on, Shadow's on, Sphinx is on, Rain's on, everyone's on. Everyone's on today. Felicia Felice is on as well. We rated them last week. They were really cool. That's a lot of people who are on. But I think we'll rate into Laser Bears. Because Laser Bears is really nice. And he seems to be still actively going. Even though he's been going for longer than I have. I suppose he does tend to go on fairly long a lot of the time. Yeah, so be nice to Laser Bears. He's very cool. He raided in yesterday. So he did introduce himself quite recently on the channel. And yeah, I will see you guys either tomorrow or Monday. Yes. Okay, here we go. There's the raid started. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!